All right, Lindsay, thank you so much. Well, today marks 1 year since Hamas launched its attack in Israel, sparking a war between the two in the Gaza Strip. Over the past year, thousands of lives have been lost, many of them Palestinians. And Hamas still has close to 100 Israeli hostages.
And WENY's Max Coven spoke to two Israeli citizens who are living through the conflict, which is now part of their daily lives. Max.
Exactly 1 year ago, a surprise attack by Hamas at the Nova Music Festival triggered a violent conflict with Israel that's still ongoing. Tonight, I spoke with one citizen and one teacher in Israel who continue to endure this conflict day to day.
I think 12 months of war has taken a toll on Israelis, and Israelis have suffered a great deal.
For many, that means being uprooted from their homes, tens of thousands evacuating to safer parts of the country. Some say it's not safe to return home due to fighting with Hamas.
It's not safe for them because there's constant rocket fire and barrage coming from the north. I think that's part of why we're seeing this ground offensive now.
And while the fighting continues a year later, life goes on in places like Tel Aviv and Jerusalem.
Israelis tend to be a resilient people. For example, today I was just in town and sitting at a cafe and eating dinner, and there were a lot of people outside. So it's October 7th, and it's a sad day.
For many teachers like Danielle, who's been in the suburbs of Tel Aviv for a month, that resilience is on display even in the classroom. She says most students were unfazed when school came to a halt this afternoon, when students and teachers took shelter during an air raid.
Specifically in the middle of the school day, everyone went running, and because it's October 7th and we knew rockets were going to come, but the kids were just holding each other, and then they all went into this office and were just singing like proud, hopeful songs. And they were laughing, and it was just like, it was such a crazy experience. If it weren't for them, I would have been so scared, but they're not, for the most part.
For many Israelis, standing strong isn't just necessity, it's part of their identity.
We can't sit back and just let them hurt us. We must defend ourselves, and I stand fully behind Israel and this country and this nation, and I really hope that whoever the future president of America is continues to stand by Israel, because it's the most important part of my identity as a Jew.
And since the October 7th attack, Israel has launched an offensive in Gaza against Hamas. During the past year, more than 41,000 Palestinians have been killed and another 96,000 wounded. Almost 2 million Palestinians have also been displaced due to that fighting.